Today's adventure begins with a little rain on my lens. As the recording of this Thursday, September 29th, 2022, my night at the Contemporary weathering the hurricane is pretty much completed. The storm has passed by and it is a little north of Central Florida and Orlando. There are some outer bands. Welcome everyone. TheDailyWoo here behind me. Got some rain coming down there. It's still a lot of outer bands and a lot of rain. Space Mountain over there in the distance you can kind of see. I am just basically going with the flow today. Flow of water, the flow of wind. A lot of outer bands are still out there. I'm gonna just see how the day progresses. I'm inviting you to join me. I need coffee. Shall you? We're at the Contempo Cafe with Chef Mickey off in the distance. I have acquired a coffee here. I'm gonna go down here and relax on a couch and kind of contemplate the plan for the day, if there is one. Right next to the Ballrooms of Americas, which is where Richard Nixon, right inside there was where Richard Nixon did the "I am not a crook" speech. Pretty interesting. Yeah, the doors are open. The cast members are in there, yeah, kind of congregating.
That's great.
Pretty cool. The "I am not a crook" room. And what I think that is, I think that those are meals for the cast members who, we were talking to a cast member last night, Disney put them up in the resort for 2 straight days, and even though if they were off the clock, they were still getting paid for 48 hours, talking to the cast member last night, so they were able to stay here in a kind of a safe, sturdy environment. So right now, that is them being fed breakfast. Which I think is pretty awesome that Disney did that.
She said 70 something hours.
70 hours?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So not 40, not, by the way, Bricky's here.
Hey guys.
70 hours.
Yeah, she told us 70.
Okay.
70 something hours she was on staff for, and she was pumped, excited to get that birthday money going.
And just random thought, I noticed the lighting in here. It's kind of very unusual on my face. It was like kind of an unusual lighting in this little kind of corridor. Up on the second to top floor, you can see there's been a little bit of damage here from some of the top of over here. I get the insulation or rooftop, also some flooding up here, but we walked up to kind of get a bird's eye perspective of our overlook over here. You got Tron, you got Space Mountain, you got the Castle Big Thunder Splash. Park's not open today either. It was closed yesterday and today. No word if it will be open tomorrow. As recording of this is a Thursday. I'm not sure if it's going to be open on Friday yet or not. And no monorails will be running today either. In fact, I think the monorails are probably still parked inside. I'll go into the lobby and kind of show that as well. But it'd be nice to have at some point, have the monorails back once the park's reopen. I realized I did not bring a jacket or a windbreaker or a poncho with me, so I think I'm going to purchase one of those things here, either at Fantasia or at BVG Gifts. And I think we're going to take a little walk. I don't really feel like driving around because there is some flooding out there. We're going to see if we can walk over to Polynesian and the Grand Floridian and possibly in front of MK. I'm not sure if that walking path is available, but I need to purchase something as the weather has cooled down dramatically outside and it's, you know, obviously still windy. All right, accomplished. I went ahead and purchased this. Got my AP discount as well. I think it was like $46 or something with the AP discount. Kind of a little windbreaker. Whoop, I just dropped it on the ground. So yeah, good to go. This should it's not a hoodie, so I thought maybe there was a hoodie in the zipper though, but I think it's just more for kind of decoration. But yeah, this will help a little bit with the slight rain. I also brought my umbrella with me. I stand corrected. There is a hoodie on the top of this. Also, came out here to the parking lot to check on my car. A lot of debris, tree limbs and things. My car is good. Gonna take a little bit of a walk, see what I can see. Don't really want to be on the roads, so just gonna hoof it around, see what can be found. And saw some movement on the monorail beam by the, you know, construction vehicle that was on there. And I also see one of the buses over here has cranked up and is on. So they might start shifting some of the buses around later today too. That's a good sign. And I'm sure this will not be the only thing that was blown down last night. This light pole here in the parking lot. Probably the first of many. This is kind of nice that there is a sidewalk here too. And I've driven under the water bridge. I've taken a boat across the water bridge. Never, my entire life, have I been able to walk under the water bridge. It's happening. I can't tell if this tree fell over because of the wind or if it was cut down. That looks like it was cut down. Look at that. So where would the pilot be on that? Are they inside there like a submarine? They got to be inside there. So basically they're just going all around the monorail track, probably checking to see if any of it's damaged. And they're going to be probably pulling back in and parking back inside the Contemporary. Just surveying the landscape.
Yeah.
Got the birds out over there. Now this is not a lake. This is flooding here. And then over there is another kind of fallen tree as well, some cones. And there he is, not the backside of water, but the backside of Heavy Metal Mickey down there. Never seen him from this perspective before. Right here on this bridge, looking down at Heavy Metal Mickey. And made it over to the Poly, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Aloha. Okay, that was kind of interesting. So basically what happened is we walked all the way over and they said that unless we were a guest of that particular resort, they said during this time, there is no resort hopping. As we continued to stroll, we were kind of discussing, I think the fact that we were walking was almost a little more confusing than if we just drove my car in and said, oh, we're here to just grab something to eat. I think it probably would have been better if I would have just drove over. Yeah. I thought the roads were going to be flooded, that's why I didn't want to get in the car, but looking at them now, the streets are pretty drivable. Yeah. You know, it's only like a mile walk.
I just can't believe that they don't have all of this more connected. A park loop, people would love to be able to walk.
It's a whole family of ducks over there, kind of wading in the standing water. Luckily it's not raining too hard. It's actually kind of a nice walk. It's not hot out. Get to see some wildlife, stretching the legs.
What's up, bud? Hey. How you doing?
Oh, wait a second. Our bus is running? Yes! All right, walking back up these steps, gonna go back inside. I've kind of worked up a little bit of an appetite.
Yeah.
Let's go inside the Contemporary and grab a bite to eat. It feels really nice out. Cool, crisp, slightly rainy. All right, gonna go down to Steakhouse 71 now, which is doing mobile orders. And we kind of walked by here yesterday, said if you place a mobile order, you can eat inside there, but the restaurant itself, it's not technically open, but you can eat in there if you get a mobile order. Okay, went ahead and placed our order over at the bar over there, and they said that after you get the order to go, even though the restaurant is not open, you can utilize the seating area at the restaurant. So we have chosen not to sit at a table, but we are going full booth over here. I went with the waffle fries here. I went with the burger. We went with a side of onion rings. And what is that right there?
That mac and cheese.
Oh, we got it was like a spicy mac and cheese.
Yeah, loaded.
Loaded mac and cheese. And you also went with...
Yeah, the burger.
The burger. And we, even though there was only 2 of us, they gave us 4 sets of utensils, probably because we ordered an appetizer, 5 sets of utensils as well. And one thing that's really cool about this is the retro vibe, some of the retro photos that are in here. I'll show some. 4, oh, I don't need any ketchup. Maybe some mustard if they got it. But right over here, so you got a picture of the castle here. And then over here in this corner, check out Fantasyland, kind of tucked away over here in the corner as well as some of the 7 Dwarfs over here. Got Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And, oh, the teacup with Goofy as well. Now here's a photo of the Sky Buckets back when they would go across Magic Kingdom. Over in front of Small World was where the pylon was. So you went from Fantasyland by Small World, kind of where Rapunzel's Tower is near Haunted Mansion, and it would go over near the restrooms at Tomorrowland by Space Mountain. Between Space Mountain and Carousel of Progress is where it would end. It's been long gone though. Now in order to eat over here, this is for today only, most likely the restaurant will probably be open tomorrow with table service, but in order to eat over here, you have to get it into to-go boxes. So luckily we asked and they said just get it into to-go boxes and you can walk over here. Also, as of right this moment, they are doing a phased reopening starting tomorrow, is it, of the parks?
Yeah.
So they're gonna, I don't know what that means, probably won't be a rope drop situation, but
they said that later on today they're going to put out the announcement.
Okay.
The different times that all the parks are reopening tomorrow. So it looks like they're probably trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah, all right, that's exciting. Hopefully I can get a reservation, or maybe not, I don't know. See what happens. Take a bite of this loaded mac and cheese.
Look.
Oh yeah. It's definitely loaded because there's a lot of stuff in it. I think there might be some bacon and ham in there, some chives.
Oh, it's loaded.
It's just loaded full of stuff. Ooh, need a water, or need Coca-Cola. It went down the wrong pipe. Also, Bricky was noticing my hat matches my jacket, and that was unintentional.
Perfect.
Just worked out. Coordinating. And one of my favorite things about Steakhouse 71 is this little corridor, the entrance in and the entrance out, that has a lot of the original Walt Disney World history, you know, with the castle and the sky buckets and the contemporary and Walt and Roy, and just everything kind of leading up to the opening, and then a little bit after opening day. That's what's the Steakhouse 71, referring to 1971, which is when Walt Disney World first opened to the public. And the day has kind of gotten away from me. Sun has set a little bit ago. It's now 7:45 p.m. I was kind of half tempted to get in my car, drive around and just survey what the scenario was around Central Florida, Osceola and Orange County today, and also go by my place in Celebration just to make sure everything was okay. But I decided to do that tomorrow instead, just because, according to what I was reading, it is frowned upon to be kind of in a vehicle going out and about. So I continued to, what some of the newscasters say, hunker down. So I continued to do that and did not leave the property here, even though I kind of just strolled around. So I'm going to finish off the night just kind of walking around the property here at the Contemporary Bay Lake Tower and finish off the day with a nice little stroll. The rain has subsided and the wind has stopped, and I could even see some cast members readying the pool and areas over there. Now last night we had a coffee and a cocoa mix, a mocha,
Yeah.
and I've kind of been craving getting another, so I think we're going to go back up to the Contempo Cafe and get a mocha and head in. This says, please use other doors. And I had to change my shoes because my shoes got so wet from walking earlier, shoes and socks, so I put my other pair on. All right, it's mocha time. All right, so the hack is you get the Nestle Rich Chocolate, you put it in the bottom of this little thing here, and then you use the 50th anniversary Joffrey's right over here, and then you put that in there. You taught me this hack last night. And I'm not gonna get this, but check out this cupcake here that has the little monorail on the side of it. That would go really good with my little mocha coffee, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stay away from that. And this is kind of where we were sitting last night. They have the little shop vac, wet vac over here, and the rain was pouring in, and they have removed all the little coverings here to kind of sop up the water, so it looks as if it is dried up. They have used the machinery to get rid of the water, because last night it was just pouring down the other side of this, and some of it was kind of leaking over here. But it looks like it's all dried up now. The storm has passed. It is now officially offshore and out in the ocean once again, gone through Florida. And I love on the styrofoam cup here, there is a monorail. There's also Mickey ears, but there's a monorail there, and then directly above is a monorail right up there as well, which means, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but they just announced not too long ago, like an hour ago, that they're going to reopen the parks tomorrow. It was a rumor, but now it's official. The parks, all 4 parks are going to be opening tomorrow, so this monorail could be moving. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe this happy will walk. Oh, look at this. The lights on the monorail have just turned on right here. The monorail lights are on. I'm curious to see, are they going to take this back to where the monorail station is over this direction back behind. I just heard the monorail doors close. Are they going to take it back over to the little corral that's over there? Very curious to see if it's going to head that way or not. The corral is back behind Magic Kingdom where they usually will store them, but two of them have been stored inside the Contemporary for a while, but it appears as if it's going back to the corral. Maybe they're just going to test it by going around the monorail platform itself. It could just be that they're just testing it out and kind of getting it warmed up for in the morning. Spending a lot of time in this place for the last 2 days, you know, a lot more, the most time I've ever spent in here in the last 48 hours. Not seeing the monorails kind of stationed here, it's kind of different because I've just gotten so used to them just being parked here. Oh yeah, pulling into the station. Now there is a lot of reflection on this window. That just confirms it was not just one loop. The blue monorail is continuing around for a second loop. And then the peach one is now pulling into the station as well for its first completed loop. Stepping outside now, the bus stop over here, and the current time at the bus stop, according to the sign you see here, it's 9:48 p.m. And it's interesting to very rarely will you see where every single park, it says closed here on the thing. Oh, nice. Don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams. I really like for the 50th anniversary how they have the neons underneath them. So you got the peach there, you got the blue there. Very rarely do you see a crossing of the monorails, and I am here for it. Okay, we walked over here to this corner, and check it out. Pulling out of the station around back, the train yard, if you will. I don't know the technical name for it, where they store the monorails around the back of Space Mountain. They're bringing out the other monorails, preparing for the next morning. The park opens at 10 a.m. in the morning for guests. Magic Kingdom does. All 4 parks will be open. What would you call that back there? The
Train yard?
Train yard, train depot?
Yeah.
I think it has another word, but nonetheless, it is a rare sight to see the monorail pulling around the back of Space Mountain. Because you can see it's going to match up over here, so it's going to meet the switch track. Rarely will you see one on this, but it's now being loaded on. It's probably going to park over at either TTC or the Magic Kingdom train station up there, the monorail station. That's pretty awesome. When they put them away at night, it goes this way, goes in reverse, and then goes and gets put away. Timed that pretty good to see that. Also, Space Mountain's not lit up, which is kind of unusual. Now the word I'm looking for is roundhouse, or am I thinking of the train station at Disneyland that's called the roundhouse?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like, Train World has its own very specific vocabulary,
Right.
And if you get anything wrong, train guys will be like, actually.
Napoleon Dynamite, the guy that, you ever see Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
The guy wearing the American flag pants?
Yeah.
When he's like, would you like to get a double roundhouse kick to the face wearing these bad boys? That's why I think of roundhouse.
Hey Adam, I could throw this football over that Space Mountain.
All right, update since the last time I was over here. It said closed all across, but now they've added transportation will restart in the morning. So it is confirmed 20 minutes after. Oh, where's it going? Now it is a little later in the evening. Let's see, right now time-wise is 10:18. But the last 2 days they have had the little, what do they call it, hacky sack over here? No, they call it cornhole. They had all the cornhole stations over here. They had movies being played in here. They had dance parties with the characters. All the characters were in here. And it was really a whole beehive of activity the whole last 2 days. So it's kind of interesting, you know, being here for 48 hours where you don't really see all this happening in here. So I guess that's kind of it. The hurricane party has come to an end, ready for normal operation starting tomorrow. I'll always remember the cornhole here.
Yeah.
We'll always have cornhole.
Speaking of remember, we walked here so much that I can tell you, this door, PG, or G to PG movies.
Right?
This door was the big party room, and the last door was the more adult movies.
PG-13.
PG-13, yeah. So G.
The Touchstone era.
Yeah. I remembered what was each of these doors.
This will definitely be a time that I remember. Every time I'm back in the Contemporary, I will always think of these 2 days that I was in here. I will not look at the Contemporary the same ever again. The gates have been pulled down. BVG, Fantasia, and Fantasia Market will be closing at 10 p.m. So a little after 10. And going back to the room. Fantasia's over here closed. Got a little snackage. And calling this one a day or a night. 2 days to remember. Very interesting 2 days.
Do you know what day of the week it is right now?
I don't even know. What is it?
I think it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. You're right, Thursday.
But forever I felt like it was Friday.
And that's going to do it for today from the Contemporary. It is kind of interesting that Space Mountain is not illuminated. And the castle was illuminated earlier, but now the castle's been turned off. Astro Orbiter's lit up. Another monorail is pulling over there. You see the bus station. That's it for the evening. But that's going to do it for today. I have my magic band on. I forgot I have my Figment magic band on. The park wasn't even open today, but it will be tomorrow. Maybe I could wear this tomorrow if I get in there. See what happens. I haven't even booked a reservation yet. I should probably get on that. Maybe I should try to get a reservation.
You might want to do that.
There was someone walking through the little corridor over there, and you could see their shadow going by. That was pretty neat. Now there's no one going by to show that example. Remember last night, we were running through there because the hurricane was approaching, tropical storm winds blowing through that. Okay, cast member's about to walk through there. It's still a little gusty. Honestly, it's still a little gusty out here. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. I didn't work out as well. I thought, oh, there goes the shadow. The vlog is over. Can you even hear me with this wind? The vlog is over. Bonus footage. You got Splash Mountain over there, and I'm just kind of wondering what this monorail is doing on the beam. It's just moving along very slowly back this direction. I'll never know.